First of all, that's a heck of a team over there. I was just talking to Coach Pollard before. He gave us a big compliment before the game, and I want to give that back. Those are two really good teams, in my opinion. I've been doing this a while. Two Omaha caliber type teams. It's hard to get to Omaha, but that's what it's supposed to be like. Duke and North Carolina. That's a credit to Chris Pollard and what he's done while he's been at Duke. And yeah, you're behind. We didn't do much yesterday. Our guys stuck with it and found a way to beat a really good closer. Big win for us. It's hard to do. I've been here a long time. It's hard to win a division. It's even harder to win the outright regular season. But we got a series to finish. And honestly, for us too, I thought Sprague was a big story. 6 full innings, and Ben Peterson's been big for us, and then Dalton Pence has been Dalton Pence all season.
What did you tell Dalton there at the end? It's like the drum around.
Just, man, here's a kid that's at summer school, and he's throwing, and he says his elbow's bothering him in 2021. And he was a chance to be drafted, was coming to school, and you find out you got to have Tommy John. I remember the tears running down his eyes, and he got the bracing, so he was able to at least, be back for us in good health last season. But just to know how hard he's worked to get where he is, you look at his body, you look how hard he's working. I felt like going into this weekend, their closer and our closer, the best two closers in our league, and I was just happy for him.
But Vance, he kind of was like 0 for 11, skid, and then he comes through in the night.
Yeah, I knew he had not been on base much in these 2 games, but when you're a heck of a player, I just told him you're at your best when it mattered the most. But Vance also does a lot of other things to help us win games in center field. So and that's a credit to their arms. Good night. Every one of them was out there throwing, good velocity, good off speed. And then we also score on the guy that's sitting there 95, 96. But that was big for Vance to get on base like that, and that's why I decided, I'm just going to bunt Casey right here after he took one swing and see if maybe that can find a way to manufacture a run against his closer, because he's one of the best in the country.
How much does this series kind of prepare you guys for the postseason and what's ahead?
Yeah, we all of us Power 5 schools play a lot of home games, but our guys, they're human. They hear different things, and North Carolina's really, really good at home. But we felt like we made a pretty solid statement by sweeping Wake at Wake, which is a really good team. And we lost 3 hard-fought series on the road at Miami, Virginia, and NC State. And we've been good on the road. We haven't been great. So, we've been talking about, hey, if we make it to Omaha, it's not at home. You're not staying in your own beds. It is neutral, but we want to be tough when we're on the road, because the home team's going to have the advantage. But yeah, to do it here against a rival is pretty special, that's for sure.
So speaking of being on the road, just speak to the environment, speak to the environment of fun with 2 Omaha-like teams here today.
Yeah, that's why, when the season started, I had a feeling that we had a chance to have a good club. I thought Duke had a chance to have a good club. I didn't see them as much as you guys probably did, but I expected them to have a good club. And you hope at the end, like, hey, it means something. And that makes the rival even better. And at the end of the day, we talked about before we came over here not being content with winning the Coastal Division. We want to win the series. And we've got a step closer, and we'll have our work cut out for us tomorrow. What a great environment. Think about the teams right now, all right here. Us, Duke, State, East Carolina, Wake Forest. There are other really good ones, but that's 5 teams that can host regions. And I don't know if I've ever seen that many that could potentially host, which is cool.
Any preference on when to play next week?
We're going to talk about that tonight. At the end of the day, the pitching coach side of them is going to come out. I was a position player. I was a catcher. I tell our position players all the time, like, you'll be fine no matter how many days in a row we play, but we got to get our horses ready for that regional. So we're going to look at the format really, really hard. We got to make sure, you're only guaranteed 2 starts. So I want to get DeCara out there. I want to get Sprague out there and hopefully get Halk out there. But I'm going to look at it hard tonight and in the morning and make a decision.
Looking at Ben, what is about him and his stuff that's allowed him to have so much success in the bullpen, maybe compared to wasn't really able to find him as a starter?
Yeah, he's another one like Dalton. Like, he gets what kids like that work, keep their head down, never came in my office. He started the season as a weekend starter. 2 starts, didn't pitch great, didn't pitch for a while. Phenomenal leader, phenomenal teammate, turned down some money to come back to school. Going to leave with his degree, and now he's getting a lot of draft attention because he's been throwing it really well for us. And, we lost 2 really good arms. You lose a guy like Knapp and then a guy like Boaz. Low range is probably 140 innings. High range, it could be around 170 innings if they're both horses. So you got to have somebody step up when you move another guy that's been really good in the bullpen, and Halk. Ben's been that guy, because Halk had a power arm in the bullpen, and and we needed another power arm. He's really solidified our bullpen.
Were you surprised to see Bielenson come out again today, and how crucial was that for that ninth?
No, I think the kid takes care of himself. He's got a low maintenance delivery. I know he threw 50 pitches, but I don't blame him. He got a chance to win the series at home against North Carolina, and they're trying to host too. So I really wasn't. Nothing surprises me when you're in a rival series, that's for sure.
You mentioned dragging guys through failure.
Yeah.
Last night was rough. Early in this game was rough. What did you sort of say to them to keep them locked in there?
Yeah, I don't get our team together too much. I'm not a big rah-rah guy, but we did talk today about, like, hey, I feel like our guys were just kind of just playing instead of like, hey, man, like, it doesn't matter if we won the Coastal Division. That means nothing. We're trying to beat Duke in a rival series and win this series. And so just take a deep breath and let's just play like we have played all year. So, but yeah, baseball, it's a tough game. I was glad we moved the game up too. When we lose like that, we get to play earlier.
And then D'Onofrio, a couple of big swings, maybe kind of overshadowed a little bit here, but that guy's been huge for you.
Man, he is an unbelievable player. Great story. Starts at Division III. Works his way here, but he's a legit prospect. I mean, you've seen him play, and he brings a lot. And Coach Pollard said before the game, I mean, goodness gracious, D'Onofrio plays center field for every team they play. And that's kind of hidden. You look at offense, home runs, pitching, but you don't look at grabbing outs. And D'Onofrio's been really, really good for us. Hard-nosed, solidifies the lineup, spaces out that speed as well. And he just kept on going to second base right there.
One more. What went into the decision to bunt Cook? It's one of his only bunt attempts this season.
It's honestly, it was respect for Bielenson. Took one swing, and I'm like, this guy's so good. I just feel like something's gonna have to happen. Either we get a bunt runner in scoring position and somebody gets a hit, or maybe they throw the ball away. So it worked out. It wasn't his best bunt, but it was fair. And we just say, hey, get it down. And anytime Vance is on the bases, everybody knows you got to rush. And I think that's what happened with him. He knew he had to hurry, and he skipped it, and we got a break right there for sure.
Thank y'all.